Hey everyone, welcome to Running Retro. So today we are going to be disassembling and reassembling a round Sega Saturn controller. Now, one thing about this controller, you might want to take these apart to repad them or to clean them. And as you can see, this one in particular would be a perfect candidate for cleaning. I have not, but I may in the future. If you want to clean these suckers, just take them apart, remove all the electronics, and soak the plastic pieces in hot soapy water, and then scrub them with a toothbrush, and you'll get them nice and clean. So, without further ado, let's get this sucker started. I'll flip it upside down. I don't apply too much pressure, so I don't worry too much about damaging that. You don't want to push down on it really hard, because you can. But just firm enough to actually get the screwdriver onto the screw. I find these screws to be a little bit of a pain to actually get the screwdriver onto, but they're not the worst, but they're not the best either. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 in the middle there. Alright, now we'll just pop this sucker off, see if I've got all these screws out far enough. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Flip that upside down, make sure that we've got all 5. And be careful when you do that, you do want to do it on a contained surface and a closed area. And here we go, here is our Saturn. So for replacing the pads, what you'll do is you'll just pop these off, like that. And this one out of the middle. Big old rubber button. You can take the switch out. Make sure you keep this in a position where it's aligned and you know where it is supposed to be. So just be aware of that when you actually do take this out. You want this piece to be facing to the right. And then for the PCB, just lift up gently and slide it out, and there you go. I think it's kind of cool because I actually think this thing sort of looks like the Millennium Falcon. Woo! Anyway, and you can just clean this. If you want to, this is also how you would replace the joystick if your joystick was going bad. So that's something to keep in mind. We are not going to replace this or take that apart. But if you needed to do so, here you can. You can also unscrew this and desolder this to replace the connecting port. But we will not disassemble that completely today. And then this will actually just slide out of here. So it's just on 2 channels. For this as well, it's just this board. You just unscrew these 2 screws and pop this top off. And that's how you take care of your controller cable. And then for your buttons, I just flip it upside down, drop these out. They have their own individual slots, so you don't need to worry about that. And then for the directional pad, you just need to go around and pry this up to get this off. So you can see it slides off, and when I take this out, you can see that there is a little notch right in here that this slides down onto. So there you go. This is completely disassembled. So if you were going to clean it, you would take all of these different parts, not these or not that or these, but you would take all of the plastic and you would soak it in hot soapy water, scrub it down. I use a soft toothbrush, and then you would put it back together. So let's just go ahead and get this thing back together. I like to put the D-pad in. Whoops. The D-pad in, not like a moron. There we go. Flip it upside down. Find where the slide is, and there's a slot right here. You can see my fingernail going into it a little bit. Line it up and press it down. There you go. You've got your D-pad back. I tend to put this in next so that I know where it is. And now for the buttons, these are, again, pretty easy. All you need to do is figure out where each of these line up to go into their slots. As long as you do that, then you can't go wrong. So it's just kind of a bit of mix and match. So yeah, that's there we go. You can also look at the letter and do that way, but I'm kind of lazy on this, and it's easier, in my opinion, just to drop it in and match up the shapes. So not too shabby. Where's the big one? There we go. Put the big old knob back in there. Flip that upside down. Line it up with the buttons. Get it aligned on the shaft. Same thing here. Now I take this, I slide it in, and then I slide this into here. There we go. And it will set down. You can see it sets down on these two posts. And then I take this, flip it upside down, and hold it gently, and then just drop it straight on top. And that always seems to line it up pretty perfectly. It kind of clicks into place. With these, because the screw holes are so deep, I tend to drop all the screws in there and then find them with the screwdriver later. So yeah. A good flashlight's nice for this too, because you can actually see down into the screw holes and see the screw heads, which is kind of helpful. There we go, just like that. And like I've mentioned on all the others, if you want to do this, you want to make sure when you're screwing this back down that you are screwing it up until it snugs. But no farther beyond that, because you don't want to strip out the plastic. That's just going to be a nightmare for you. And that's how you disassemble and reassemble a round Sega Saturn controller. So if you guys like this, please like it, subscribe, check out some of our other content. We do streaming 3 times a week on YouTube, 2 times a week on Twitch. And we will be continuing on Thursdays to do these tech videos. We'll be continuing through more of the controllers. But if there's something you would like to see, or something that you would like that we omitted, or if you have any questions, then just send it, leave it in the comments. Check out our website. You can send us an email directly from there. And yeah, we'll see you soon. Thanks very much.